And this is just a mixtape.
Come on, lace up your boots, lace up your boots. Put on your backpack, 'cause it's time to ride. It's time to ride.
Jesus Christ.
It has to be an emphasis on transparency. Not afraid to be bold and confident in truth, especially in today's climate of where we're finding ourselves in society. When you work in a service to where you're providing and you're working with a myriad of different people, not tiptoeing, not lying, or not selling a dream or playing on the naivety of a parent's hopes and aspirations of their child to make it far in whatever respective sport that they are playing. For me, being a coach, I could never flat out just say that I guarantee that your son or daughter is going to make it to a certain level. I can't guarantee that because I, first of all, am not a foreseer into the future. Second of all, it doesn't matter how many connections I make. Every child, every opportunity is different, and we know the slim chances of a child making it professional. But I'm not even looking at it in that regards, right? Because I feel that with the right tools, with the right people in the pathways, that anything is possible. But we also need to be realistic. There also has to be a realistic perspective in the aspect, and that's where I come in. What I can guarantee is that I'm going to give the absolute best to your son or your daughter. What I can guarantee is that I'm going to show up with integrity, and I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to be confident, and I'm going to instill character, because I am a character building coach. Talent is one thing, and a lot of coaches, and this is not a diss to any of these coaches, but a lot of coaches will salivate at the mouth to get their hands on a talent, right? But if you don't have the character, if your children do not have the character to nurture or nourish their talent, talent's only going to get them so far in respective game. But let's just say we're talking about football, which I coach. So talent is like a revolving door. We all of coaches, professional at the highest league level of play, have seen generational talents come and go. It's a revolving door. There's always going to be a talent because this is a worldwide game. Children, people coming from everywhere playing football in different styles in different cultures. So there's never going to run out in abundance of talent. We need something else to differentiate and set your child apart. And that's where the character is going to have to come in, and it's also going to have to deal with longevity. Like it says in Romans 5:3, it states, not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character hope. What this highlights is the positive perspective on suffering within the Christian faith. And that's what I'm here to do in this ministry, is that if we can instill this character, if we can build up your child's character to work hard, to have that discipline, to have that perseverance, to have that hope, to go through whatever struggles and to see these struggles as not the end all be all, but just hurdles or obstacles that they have to get over or overcome, then they will go much further, because there's always going to be something in their pathway, whether they make it professional or not. If the talent that gets them in the door and then they have a injury, setback, or they have to going to play under a different coach and maybe the coach doesn't see them in the light that this other coach saw them, then what do they do to do now? This is all the numerous aspects that can be, and factors that can be into play when we are coaching. So I can guarantee on my part that I'm going to do my absolute best to pull and to strengthen your child's character. I am a character building coach. That has to come first, because I would rather have a child who has an astounding character rather than talent, because I can find talent anywhere. I can harness talent in a child. I can build that up. Even without any skills, you can lay the foundation to create a talent. And now this talent has been nourished, and now it can go a lot more further, because they are not solely relying on talent. They also have what we call character. And that character is going to take them so much further. So we have to be careful of these wolves in sheep's clothing. And we have to be careful of certain academies and certain individuals promising something that they cannot guarantee. We can plan all we want to. God is the ultimate planner. So even with connections, even with knowing certain people in certain levels, in soccer, I really find it hard to have nepotism. Doesn't matter who your father is or who your mother is or who played for here, your grand, whatever. If that child who's related to this nepotism thing, if this child does not have the work ethic, if he does not have the character, if his talent does not match that, he's gone, because there's another one right behind him. Wins.